Hello crafters, welcome to the third week in my Halloween in August series. Make sure you go over and watch the three lovely crafters who are joining me in this collab this month. And that's Donna Jackson of Crafts More with Donna Jackson, Angie from AB Designs, and Tony from Kate's Crafty Closet. I'm going to be making a mummy project. You know, if you've been with me for the last few years, I tend to make a mummy project at Halloween once a year. Most of these items are from the Poundland. I'm going to be using their green plastic wine glass. Now they do a white plastic wine glass, but the plastic wouldn't allow the light to shine through, which is why I went for the green one. You're going to need some crepe bandages. You're going to need a plastic bag and some sort of brown kind of dye. I'm going to be using the Distress Spray Vintage Photo, but you could have used the Cherry Blossom Ready Wax. You could just squeeze this into the bag and then squish your crepe bandages around into it. You're going to need some white acrylic paint or white gesso, some white craft paint, crepe bandages, and some sort of LED light. So I'm going to be using these, and these I got from Amazon. They've got a 6-hour timer. I'll link them below. I'm not endorsed, or it's not an affiliate link, but I thought maybe some of you might want them. And I'm going to be using some masking tape, if I can remember where I bought it. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to mask off the body of the glass. Get these out of the way. I've got my hot glue gun warming up, so you're going to mask this off. So you don't have to use a plastic glass. You can use an old wine glass that you've got at home that you're not using. You could definitely use one of those. It doesn't have to be a newly shop bought glass. So, and it doesn't have to be plastic. It can be glass. But I wanted to use plastic just in case it was to fall off or fall over or get knocked. Making sure I cover all the areas that need covering. Like here, I need to make sure that's covered. A little bit more there. So if you have that, I've got a playlist. I will link it at the end, and it's got everybody's videos. Not just mine, it's got everybody's videos. So if you've missed any and Halloween is something you enjoy or something you do with your children, then be sure to check out the playlist. Right, so that's all covered, and now I'm going to go outside and I'm going to spray paint the stem and the base of the glass. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back, and as you can see, the base is nice and covered, the stem is nice and covered, but this part isn't. So we need the gesso for that. So I'm going to go and get my painting trays, because I don't like to get my desk all messy. Okay, so we have my painting trays, and we are just going to gesso the base, and I'm not going to do it so it's full coverage, because obviously I don't want the green showing through, but I do want the candlelight to shine through. So I need this to resemble, you know, stark whiteness, because obviously when we cover it with crepe, we want it to still have that mummy theme, that mummy image. This won't take it long to dry because we are going through a heat wave here in the UK when I record this in July. And I know we've got some hot weather coming in August as well. I mean, you'll see this in August. Okay, I'm happy with that. Alright, leave that to one side to dry. And while that's drying, we can get on with the crate bandage. Now I have this bag which I always use for when I'm aging crate bandages. I've done it in numerous videos before. My gosh, I remember when I first bought these crate bandages from the 99p store, the pound store, and I think you got like 10 in a pack. Now you're getting 3. Wow. It just goes to show how much the prices are going up every year. So I'm going to use the smallest one, but it's still too big. It's 6 centimeters by 3 centimeters. I don't need this metal clasp, so I'll take that off. Let's get my scissors and cut this in half. Or if I can, or should I do? I think I'm going to take. I think I have to do it that way because these scissors aren't going through it. Otherwise, it's a bit too tough on my hands. And I'm struggling with my hands in this heat as it is. Okay, there we go. So then I shall just finish off cutting this. Oh, you are going to need some googly eyes, I forgot that. I haven't got those out, so I need to get hold of some googly eyes. Googly woogly woggly eyes. I know Halloween isn't everybody's cup of tea, but I hope those of you that have embraced it are enjoying these whimsical crafts that everybody's doing. I don't tend to do scary. Okay, so I'm going to use one of those, put the other one away, open it all out, put it in my bag, and this is where I'm going to spray in my vintage photo, or like I said, you could use the shoe polish. Okay, and this always dries lighter, so it may look dark now, but it will dry lighter, and I may need to use the other length, but we'll get to that stage if it's needed. Clean my hands. I'll also wrap my paintbrush in there so it doesn't dry out too quickly. Okay, let's bring over the glass, and I've got my googly eyes here, and I'm going to start by adhering the crate bandage. Another reason why I think it might be more beneficial to use plastic is that hot glue has a tendency to come off glass, where with this plastic it should have more adherence. So I'm just going to put hot glue in places. Making sure that it doesn't go too far off the base of the wine glass. And if some of the wine glass showing through, I'm not bothered at all. Not bothered at all. To think about where I want my googly eyes. Now I'm probably going to use one big one and one that's slightly smaller, because I like them to have 2 different eye sizes. I don't know why, crafters, I just do. And of course you can do whatever size eyes you choose. Something wrong with my glue gun today. Okay, let's continue to wrap this round. I'm just going to put some hot glue in places. So as we get round to the top there, it gets narrower, so it will need some help to stay in place here. To use the other piece. Okay, let's get the other piece. And our bag. Okay, crafters, I am having one of those days today. I didn't add any more spray, I just used what was in there.